8 Relationships between the greatest creator and human beings. 4. Siafang. 7. Inductive relationship. Although the greatest creator is very far away, like the distance between the brain and the finger, the brain reacts instantly to any sensation from the finger, and any command from the brain is immediately sensed by the finger. Therefore, in essence, the greatest creator is with us, and any activity we engage in, whether physical, mental, or psychological, is instantly reflected to the greatest creator. Similarly, any command from the greatest creator is immediately reflected on our physical and spiritual bodies. The greatest creator does not have a specific form, which is why we humans cannot see the true existence of the greatest creator. However, this does not mean that the greatest creator does not exist, or that the greatest creator exists but has little to do with us humans. In fact, each one of us lives under the care and protection of the greatest creator, and we interact with the greatest creator and are interdependent. If the greatest creator is compared to the ocean, then we humans are like fish swimming in the ocean. The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit referred to in the Bible are the greatest creator, Jesus, who carries out the greatest creator's will, and other gods, and the spirit of the greatest creator. The greatest creator's spirit fills the universe, and we live in the spirit of the greatest creator, just as fish live in water. Lao Tzu recognized the Tao and the Tao Te Ching as the Holy Spirit, which is the spirit of the greatest creator. To perceive the Tao, attain the Tao, or practice the Tao means to fully understand the existence, operation, and function of the spirit of the greatest creator through contemplation, intuition, and logical reasoning, and then unite with the greatest creator's spirit. Once united with the spirit, Tao, of the greatest creator, it is like what is described in the Buddhist sutras, attain the highest, supreme enlightenment, profound realization, and great wisdom. At this point, becoming a celestial is inevitable, and it is only one step away from becoming a Buddha. You may say, what you're saying seems reasonable, but I still can't feel the existence of the greatest creator's spirit and its effect on me. This involves the issue of levels of wisdom. Einstein's theories, such as energy equals mass times the speed of light squared and light bends when it encounters a massive object, as well as mass and energy cause the curvature of space and time, are difficult for ordinary people to understand because our level of wisdom has not reached the height to understand his theories. However, when faced with the theories of quantum mechanics and the uncertainty principle, Einstein himself became confused. He believed that the greatest creator rules over everything, and therefore created the laws of physics, so the universe is orderly. That is, as long as we know the current state of everything, we can understand its future development and changes. But the quantum mechanics and uncertainty principle show that the future cannot be accurately predicted, and the results can be diverse. For example, the more accurately we measure the position of a small particle, the less accurately we can measure its velocity. And the more accurately we measure the velocity of a small particle, the less accurately we can measure its position. The more profound, abstract, and close to the edge of truth a theory is, the more difficult it is to understand. For the general public, it becomes a kind of mysticism. However, as long as we are open-minded and thoughtful, there is no summit that we cannot climb. The brilliant path of life has 3 levels of realm. The first level of heaven is to become a president or a billionaire. To achieve this goal, reading The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill, the creator of millionaires, can provide insights. The second level of realm is to be extraordinary and to enjoy the carefree and unrestrained life of a wanderer. Before you start to march towards becoming a president or a billionaire, imagine yourself as already being a president or a billionaire, and then fully feel that splendor in your thoughts. You will find that being a president or a billionaire cannot bring you real happiness and joy. Instead, it feels like a burden. Life should have a higher realm. Everything in the secular world is no longer enough to satisfy your pursuit. But you cannot escape from the influence and fetters of the secular world. At this time, your thinking must inevitably develop towards how to obtain the greatest freedom and enter the eternal realm of life. Your wisdom has reached a higher level, and you can understand the harm of attachment and the disadvantages of success in worldly affairs. You can reach the realm of taking things as they are, associating with others by following naturally come-and-go relations, acting in accordance with our natures, and taking advantage of opportunities as they arise. At this point, you can achieve the wisdom realm of never doing anything, yet all things happening through it. You can then fully embrace the carefree and unrestrained life of a wanderer. The third realm is the understanding of the mysteries of the universe and the true meaning of life. The feeling at this point is the sky is unlimited for birds to fly at ease, as the ocean is boundless for fish to leap at will. You have reached the realm of one's mind abiding nowhere, as spoken by Buddha Sakyamuni. You know that life itself does not matter whether it is born or dies, and you can enter the Pure Land. At this point, when you look back at the behavior of world leaders and billionaires, it's like watching children playing house. Now let's continue to explore why we can't sense the existence of the greatest creator and the influence of the greatest creator as spirit on us. I believe this is simply a matter of different levels of wisdom. If our understanding remains stuck at the first level, like a frog at the bottom of a well, we cannot know or understand the colorful and magnificent world outside the well. Even if other frogs tell us how variegated the outside world is, we still cannot believe it, and even think that other frogs are exaggerating things to scare people and be deliberately mystifying. If our understanding is limited to the second realm, like a frog in a pond, we cannot imagine the thousand waves and vast wonders of rivers, lakes, and oceans. The greatest creator is within us, and the greatest creator is always with us. We resonate with the greatest creator, and whether you can sense it or not depends entirely on the degree of your spiritual resonance. A low-quality television set cannot receive audio and video signals transmitted by television stations. Even if it does, the image is not clear, or there is a lot of noise, making it difficult to hear what the announcer is saying. A black and white TV cannot receive color images. Even if the quality of the TV is very good, if it does not receive the right frequency, it cannot receive the required signal. Having no wings, I can't fly to you as I please. Our hearts as one, your ears can hear my inner call. Resonance occurs at the same frequency, and resonant communication occurs when frequencies are the same.